Hello, everyone. We are in the middle of the week after the major storm that hit here in Tallahassee, and I had to go to the store and buy some water, which I don't normally do because I filter my water at home. But because of the storm and the utilities and different things that have happened, I bought some water that I'm still going to filter. But anyway, when I was in the store, I bought a couple other items, and the young lady who was checking me out, she gave me plastic bags for my water jugs, and I said, no, 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 I don't do that, and I have my own bags. And so when I got up a little closer, she was like, well, why do people bring their own bags? Are we giving you guys too many plastic bags? And I said, well, no, really, it's because plastic is not as good for the environment, and we're putting too much plastic into our oceans, not really recycling the bags. So overall, it's a bad system. And then I told her the story when I was a kid. When I was a kid, one, I was part of Save the Trees. It was an environmental group at my school, and we went down to the county commissioners and everything, and we marched and we protested, and we were tree huggers, right? So I started with this environmental thing like as a kid. And as I was growing up and becoming a young adult, I would go to stores, and we were given paper bags. We weren't given plastic bags. You always had paper bags. And then one day there seemed to be a shift. And this shift happened when I was a young adult, had a son and everything. I would go to the stores, and all of a sudden they was changing out from paper to plastic. And at first they would ask you paper or plastic. And then next time I go to the store a few years later, all the paper was gone and it was plastic. And then I would go to some stores where they would say, hey, you don't have to get bags and you're going to save money. But if you want bags, we're going to charge you, or bring your own bags. So I would have some bags of my own. I did still get plastic because I used to use them in my business. When I would sell things, I would give the plastic bags back to people. Instead of me buying my own plastic bags, I would use the ones from the store and give them back to people. But as I matured, got older, and got more into a situation to where I could be conscious about what I was doing, I was like, no, I'm just going to either bring my own bag or not get a bag. And that's what I do. I bring my own bag or I not get a bag. Unless I absolutely need that plastic bag for something emergently. At one point when I was really sick, I used to always travel with plastic bags in the car in case I had to pull over and throw up. So I would always need a bag. With my ex, who was a dialysis patient, same thing. We would always need something to throw up into because dialysis that's another thing that happens. But I'm not at that point. I mean, at one point I was throwing up 2-3 times a day. I don't do that now, so I don't even need the bags for that. So what I try to do now is to be conscious. I bring my own bags. Yes, I still use plastic, different things, but I have made a shift to where I use glass containers instead of plastic containers, or I use biodegradable plastic if I can find biodegradable plastic, or something that is not going to be as bad for the environment. Most of my containers at home, if I have them, I take them and I reuse them for another purpose so that I'm not throwing them out. So I will use them for storage of some sort, or I would take and turn them into gifts or something, like make a bank out of your plastic for the kids or things of that nature. But I have made the shift to using more things, glass and wood, as much as possible. And I think a lot of people who are conscious are making that shift. Now you have the side of the coin of people who say, oh, well, that's not going to save the planet. Well, we're not saying that's going to save the planet. What I'm saying is Gaia, Mother Earth, is crying out for help, and we have seen her crying out for help. And my job as a person who lives on Mother Earth, who benefits from Mother Earth, is to make sure I don't harm Mother Earth as much as possible. So I'm trying to eliminate ways that I harm her, eliminate my carbon footprint in essence of things that really, really do her harm, right? So that's what I'm doing, and that is the history of why you see things happening. That's also a part of the way I eat too. I'm really trying to find a way to eat that is sustainable, like coming from the earth, right? So anyway, all that to say, this conversation with this young lady reminded me of how things are cyclic, because now we're going back to, you go to stores and some stores are offering paper bags. Publix offers paper bags. Of course, Whole Foods offer paper bags. There are stores where you spend more money for the products, but it's part of also a sustainability and an environmentally friendly option, because paper is biodegradable back to the earth. It comes from the trees, and a lot of companies are planting trees when they do take the paper. In the case of what we had today, or this last Friday, when we have these trees and they all come down and everything, you can take those trees and take them to some place to where they're going to use them. And so the death of the tree and the branch is not for nothing. So it can be utilized. And just so happens that where I'm at, there's some people out there who are volunteering to come get trees, right? So then we're not just seeing trees out here and on the side of the earth, on the side of the street at least. So the trees we can do something with. The plastic, not as good, right? So anyway, if you guys are trying to be conscious of things in the earth, let me know what you're trying to do, how you are trying to help. And do you think it's even anything working? Do you think anything's getting better? Because that's another question. Like, we've been doing all these different initiatives. Has it gotten any better? All right. Anyway, have a great day, people. Bye.